So I just finished watching the new Shaman King and bruh, I am hella disappointed to be honest. I don't know what I was thinking when I went into this thinking that they would actually do something good. I mean, I thought that they were gonna do like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and actually do something good with it because not all remakes have to be bad, okay? Like I was expecting it. Hunter x Hunter was good. You think that they get this anime good too, but hell no. Instead of improving on what was wrong with the show, they doubled down and made the show worse. What the fuck? Bruh, I love the first Shaman King despite its flaws. I think there's so many things that could have been done better with that show, but I gave it an 8 out of 10. I think it's amazing. I think it's a really great show. I think anyone who's looking to get into Shaman King can get into it. Despite me finding out that the whole half of the tournament arc was like filler, it was still good filler. Like that filler is hella good. Like I legit thought it was part of the main show because it's that good. So yeah, I think even though the first show had some improving to do, okay, like some things needed to be improved, maybe like the intensity of the fights because I think the fights were lacking. It was still perfectly fine. It wasn't like a bad show that it needed like some hyper fixing. It just needed a complete adaptation. And yeah, that this remake is trying to give us like some sort of like look into how the show would have been if it was completed, but they are ruining the experience for new users. Old users can probably watch the new Shaman King and it feels like some sort of recap like to everything that's already happened, so that's fine. But for the people who haven't watched the show, it's legit. I don't know. Since I'm not going into the show with that lens, but I'm just assuming that anyone who's watching this show who knows what proper pacing is supposed to be like is probably gonna hate the fuck out of this show because it is so fast paced. It feels like things just happen to happen. Oh, that happened in the old manga and it's important, so we need to include it in the show. I didn't read the manga, so I don't know what's supposed to be what, but from what I've seen from the other show, like it was really fine. It was like the pacing went fine, things made sense with how the show went, but there's still some problems even with the original source material. Like for example, in episode I think what was it? I think in episode 6 in the old show and in episode 3 in the new show, the episode with Lee Pai Long, that's what I call him because I watched it in dub. Okay, that was like one of the few dubs that I actually enjoy and I really like, and I prefer watching over the sub. That's an issue that I had with watching the new show too because the main character's voices kind of suck for me. I was saying I don't like how in episode like 3 in the new show, the whole Lee Pai Long thing didn't make any sense story wise, okay? So basically, we have this dude who legit hates his master, okay? Let's just call him a slave because that's literally what he was, okay? He hates his master, right? And his master is like, I only see you as a damn slave. You were given to me to obey my every command and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And then the dude legit finally realizes that he was being controlled, and then he decides to like, oh, I'm mad now, right? And I was thinking, oh, a great dramatic tension. Cool. I like this. They finish the fight. Yeah, the master comes. They use the master, which I'm actually surprised they included. I thought they were gonna cut that out because they cut out a lot of shit. So they included the fight with his master. His master finally brings him back to his senses. He's no longer angry. He's calm now, and he decides that he wants to finish the martial art that his grandfather like didn't perfect or some shit like that. The Dao Dando. Okay, so this dude who wants to perfect his Dao Dando, right? He's like, okay, cool, 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 cool. I'm gonna perfect that. But you know what pissed me the fuck off? The fact that he decides to be like, oh, June is my master. She raised me. I mean, she's been with me since since she was a child. So that means she must love me. Oh, let me go to her. Talk about toxic relationships, bruh. What the hell? How are you gonna go back to someone who literally used you as a slave? In the same episode, she legit says, spirits have no feelings. I don't care about his feelings. And then she's just like, later in the episode, she's like, oh, my Li Pai Long, my Li Pai Long. Anyways, That is one of the biggest story flaws in this. And then the next thing is the fights. These fights in the new show, they're so disconnected. For example, that fight with Lee Pai Long, right? Lee Pai Ron, that's what they call it in Japanese. But like I said, I watched it in dub, so Lee Pai Long, right? They're having a fight with Lee Pai Long, and he's like fighting the dude, right? And then he gets his ass handed to him for like he legit gets kicked twice, and then he's like, oh my god, he's such a tough enemy. How am I gonna beat this dude? Dude, you didn't even get a feel for the fight. You didn't even try hard enough to know that you're gonna fail. In Shaman King, the first one, right? The really old one, he fights with Li Pai Long for like 5 minutes without trying to give up or some shit. And then he realizes, oh damn, this dude is actually strong. And then we have Morty running away. Morty runs away because he wants to help Yo, because he wants to give Yo the sword. In the old Shaman King, Yo has this sad moment, and he's like, oh damn, Morty is my friend. He probably doesn't want to do this shit with me anymore because it's probably too much for him. He has some sort of epiphany about that, right? In the new one, Yo is just like, he ran away. And then they cut to Morty, I guess they call it Manta. I'm sorry for the people who are probably trying to figure out whose names are what, but I think Yo's name is still the same in both, right? Yeah, Yo's still the same. In the new Shaman King, Morty meets Rio, the gangster dude. There's some problems with this. In the old Shaman King, we already had Rio, right? He was like our friend now because he decided he wanted to become a Shaman King like 2 episodes earlier. He decides he wants to live with them and become their servant. In this new Shaman King, he is still extremely violent, and bruh, they ruined this dude. I liked Rio. Now it's just like, what the heck? He falls in love with Anna for some reason. I don't know if that happens in the manga or not. I really don't know, but I prefer the way they handled it better in the old Shaman King. It made so much more sense. He had seen Yo fight, and he decided he wants to become a Shaman King, so he decides to train under Anna. And they have some sort of characterization with his character, because in that old Shaman King, he says he doesn't want to be their maid. In the new Shaman King, he's like, oh yeah, totally, like, let me be your maid. In the old one, he's like, I don't want to be, a maid. I want to become a Shaman King like Yo. And then he realizes that Anna was just using him because, well, Anna is kind of a bitch, alright? In this one, it's just like, he somehow has a crush on Anna, which I don't, he looks like he's like 30, bro. What are you doing, bro? Anyway, so like the fight with Yo. What matters is that in the old Shaman King, Rio actually helps Morty, which links into how Rio decides he wants to become a Shaman King because he saw Yo fights the old dude with for Li Pai Long. In the new Shaman King, this doesn't happen. Instead, the sword that Morty borrows is actually Rio's sword, right? Which they don't show how he got the sword. In the old Shaman King, he got the sword from some other gangsters, and then to get the sword, Rio helped him. That's how he got it, right? Because Rio helped him. Rio is powerful. In the new one, Rio is the one he's fighting. How the fuck did he get that sword? Someone did not explain that he just randomly pulls up with a sword. Also, he just randomly has a book in the middle of the fight with Rio. Like, how do you get that book, Morty? How? Where? I didn't see you holding it when you was running, bro. Anyways, they fucked up a lot of shit, okay? They fucked up a lot, especially with the pacing. Like, from the old Shaman King, the whole story that you're watching right now took about, 20 episodes? 15 to 20, let's say that. In the new Shaman King, these people took 4 to 5 episodes to get to the Faust. I guess now it's episode 7. Episode 7 to get to the Faust thing, which was like a long time till we got there. And honestly, I just can't. I just don't like the pacing, bro. The pacing is all over the place. It is so fast, bro. It feels like one thing happens and then we stop, and then we move to another thing, and then we stop. And they don't even characterize the characters. They feel like, You know, the problem I had with Jujutsu Kaisen was the characters just, we don't get any proper characterization for the characters. Things just happen continuously. They pile over our main characters. Same thing with this show. Same thing with the new Shaman King. It's like we meet Yo, and then he meets Anna. He meets Morty, and he meets Anna. He meets Amidamaru, blah blah blah. And it's like things don't seamlessly fall into place. It just feels like they jump cut from places, right? For example, Yo doing his martial arts training, right? That happened like for an episode where we see him training. We see him doing the things that he's complaining about all the time. In the new Shaman King, he just says, "Oh, Anna's giving me hard training." We don't know what the hard training is. You're just telling us things, but I don't like like at least tell us. I mean, at least show us, not tell us, bro. I don't like when people just be like, "Oh yeah, I was having a hard time." Really, I didn't know that. In the other Shaman King, I'm really emphasizing the Li Pai Long arc because it characterized a lot of people. It characterized Rio. It characterized Morty. It characterized what's his name? June. Yeah, it characterized a lot of people, right? Even though it was some bullshit, even in the old one too, like the Li Pai Long thing. But it characterized a lot of characters. Yo and Morty were in the middle of some training session, and then Morty was like, Yo, I really want to go and watch this movie because it has one of my favorite movie heroes of all time. And then Yo's like, I don't know, man. I have to do my training because Anna is going to whoop my ass if I don't. And he really wants to keep his promise to Anna, to stay strong and blah, blah, blah. How did this characterize Morty, you ask? Morty becomes sad and he's like, damn, I thought you wanted to go with me, showing that he is emotionally dependent on Yo, and he's like sort of immature in the friendship, and if he doesn't get something, he's gonna bitch about it. Which I'm not even a hater of. I just like that they characterized him more and he has more nuance compared to the new Shaman King, which I don't even know. He just somehow cries over this dude. He says, "Oh yeah, he's my hero." We didn't even see him get excited over that fact that he was his hero. Even I don't know if it was filler or not because I didn't read the manga, but damn, damn, that filler was useful. Did if it was filler, it was pretty damn useful because fuck this new Shaman King, bro. It fucking no. It's like I don't even know what. I'm mad. I am really mad. One of my favorite shows was ruined for me. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Dragon Ball Z Kai, but except in Dragon Ball Z Kai, the pacing was moderate. The pacing made sense. The only sad thing that I feel bad for was like, Gohan and Piccolo had their moments, and I feel like those should have stayed because it made sense with how Gohan and Piccolo end up developing like such a strong relationship. In Kai, sure it's there, but it doesn't feel as good as when in Dragon Ball Z, like the first Dragon Ball Z, how they did it. If it made more sense, it was more emotionally riveting, and I liked it way better. And there's no Shaman King. I heard from someone that they put 8 chapters in an episode, which is crazy insane. I think if I was watching Shaman King as a new viewer, but I would have dropped it like in 3 episodes, to be honest. Like, hell no, this characterization is piss poor. It's not even good characterization. If anyone thinks it's good characterization who's new to this show, please tell me what you think is the good characterization. What do you think they did to make you like the character? Because quite frankly, I really do not care. And the animation in the old Shaman King was way more consistent than in the new Shaman King. Can you believe I'm saying that? Can you believe I'm saying a show that was made in 2002 is more consistent than a show that was made in 2021? Can you believe I'm saying that? I can't believe I'm saying that either, but it's true. It is freaking true. The new Shaman King does not have consistent animation. They make it look good in one panel and then the next it looks terrible. I'd rather have bad animation that is consistently like in the same wavelength. Like it doesn't spike and become really good, then the rest of the show looks terrible. The thing is, in Shaman King, I've seen what the good Shaman King like parts look like. It looks really cool. But it looks really like it looks inconsistent if you look at it as a whole. Like nothing is like ever consistent. It's like one moment yo looks really nice, he looks really amazing, and then the next he looks terrible. In the old Shaman King, he looked perfectly fine. He looked like, he looked fine. He looked like he fit into the world, and I was fine with it. In this new one, bro, I don't even know, bro. Like, I can. Also, like the injury. Oh yeah, the lighting looks really good. By the way, they changed lighting, and I like that they changed lighting. Like, the lighting range goes from really dark, from really like cool to like really warm tones, and it like feels really natural, and I like that. So I guess it's a plus. But like I said, even though like I think it could have done better with it, the animation is also kind of bad because they don't keep the things consistent. Like in one moment, Yo is complaining about how he's having some pain or something like that. Yo and Anna's relationship doesn't even really get developed. Like it just feels like things happen, and it just feels like things happen, and it happens, and it happens, and it happens, and it happens, and it happens with no correlation, with nothing connecting the things that happen together. Like, apparently in the movie thing, oh, they got movie tickets. It wasn't Morty who was asking to go to the movies. It wasn't Morty begging and Anna actually making a compromise. Because Anna in the old Charming King was way harsher, and she was like, nah, you won't go there. I don't know if anyone read the manga. Please tell me, like, is this really how it goes? Because damn, I'm really disappointed if that's how the manga like goes. Because damn, how are you not gonna characterize any of the characters like this? Like, what the hell? What the hell? Anyways, the injuries in the show, like I said, they get really annoying because my biggest pet peeve in anime is when someone is injured in one moment and then it goes away. Like, can you keep it consistent, please? Like, keep it damn consistent. Like, one moment he has blood on his like face, and then the next moment he doesn't. It's clear. It's like, what the hell? What am I watching? Some what kids show? Is it a kids show? They don't censor some things but decide to censor others. Like, can y'all at least stay consistent with the things that you're doing? Anyways, another thing that I was gonna say that I don't like would be the voice acting in the new show. I prefer the old dub. It's so good, actually. The opening song was freaking fire. I think it's definitely one of my favorite openings of all time, okay? And I won't give up the fight to be Shaman King. And your spirit is strong. You could be the one. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. I can look at the world in a different light. I know what it takes to make a right. Yeah, I really like the opening. I really like the dub. I think the dub's like near perfect. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. These bitches didn't introduce the Lenny Ren, I guess, whatever they call him. Ren is other cousin. I forgot her name because I really didn't care that much. Okay, she like came for one episode and then left. I didn't care. So her, right, they introduced her, and sure, she's probably gonna come again later. I don't even remember. I didn't finish the old Shaman King. I'm watching it currently, and I'm having a great time actually. So I guess that's cool. So I think his chill vibe just goes perfectly well with his voice. In the sub, I don't like his voice. He sounds like such an annoying kid, bro. Like, after hearing his deep voice, it's kind of like trying to watch Yu Yu Hakusho with Yusuke having a normal 14-year-old sounding voice after you've heard him like with like a 20-year-old's voice, right? That's how it feels like to me. So I just generally don't like the sub. I think Lenny's voice sounds obnoxious. It sounds really annoying. I mean, but like in the dub it sounds really annoying too, but like, it's like funny. It's like, in a way, it's like, oh look, this dude who's supposed to be a badass villain sounds like that. And it's just hella hilarious. Anyways, yeah, I fucking hate the new Shaman King. I think it could have done so much better. It could have characterized so many characters. For the new viewers, I apologize for the people who have to watch this shit like this, bro. Like, nah. And people are gonna be like, oh, well, you don't understand the manga. I don't care. I'm judging the anime. I'm not judging the manga. Like, sure, I want to know what happens in the manga, but I'm just gonna wait for the show to tell me because I never finished. Like they never finished Shaman King, so I wanted to find out what happens in the tournament. You know, it was pretty cool. It was pretty interesting. I hope that for the tournament parts, at least they don't rush it. You know, because what's the point? What's the point in making such like in making something people are gonna love than ruining it? Like you're ruining it, bro. Damn. I wish it had gotten like a good remake because this show deserved one. It didn't need to be so fast paced like the new 2021 is, and it didn't need to be so slow. It didn't need to be slow paced and slice of life like like in the old Shaman King. But after watching Katekyo Hitman Reborn, bro, they have like what 20 episodes of nothing happening. Yeah, sure, it characterized the characters and it made me care for them more. But damn, that was like 20 episodes of nothing happening, bro. Like, hell nah. So after watching 20 episodes of that, the Shaman King doesn't even feel that bad. It just feels like I'm watching weekly adventures. So in this new Shaman King, I'm sort of interested to see what are they gonna like fuck up next. You know, it's kind of like wow, let's see how much like they can cram into one episode. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna finish the old Shaman King. I'm just gonna watch that. So I'm probably just gonna like make a review on that like as soon as possible. So expect one in like 1 or 2 weeks because bruh, recording the video and writing the script isn't the hard part. It's the editing, bro. It's the damn editing. Like bruh. Nah. And I think by 20 episodes they should be done with the show. Um I guess if I missed anything, I'm gonna put it in the comment. I'm gonna pin it in a comment, then put like what I missed, and I'll explain my points more because I didn't coherently write out some essay because I just wanted to talk about this show because they ruined some of my favorite things about my one of my favorite childhood shows, like one of the shows that I'll be like, yeah, I watched that. That's my childhood show. Imagine if they remade Inazuma 11 and made the animation even worse. I mean, Inazuma 11 has like one of the best animated like is one of the best animated children's shows I've ever seen. If they just remade that and made it worse, that would be hella stupid. But you know what? That's what they did with Shaman King. EO's headphones look so much better in the old one. They look so cool. I don't know, maybe I just like the retro aesthetic. But like seriously, like stop bullshitting, bro. If anyone thinks that this show has consistent animation, stop bullshitting. Like it's fucking stop, bro. Like it's not even like telling the truth at this point. It's like fucking lying. Anyways, thanks for watching, I guess. I don't know. Does anyone think the manga is good? I heard the manga is really good. If it's really good, please recommend it. I already decided that like the Shaman King fans are gonna fucking try to like attack me. So if you expect the worst, it doesn't like necessarily harm you. Like fuck yeah, go ahead, dislike. I don't really care. I know that I'm gonna get hate because I said I don't like a show that was someone else's childhood. But you know what, it was my childhood too, and I have a right to complain about it. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like it was a good adaptation. It wasn't. It really was not a good adaptation. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Cool, peace. Or you could dislike and subscribe, or you can dislike and unsubscribe. I don't care, bro. Peace.